Alright, we're back in Garden Warfare 1. This is a review video, but this is going to be kind of in like two parts, because today and presumably tomorrow, we're going to be looking at the 4 characters that did not go into Garden Warfare 2. So these 4 characters are Dr.Chester and the Berry Shooter, which we're covering today. And then next, presumably tomorrow, if I can get it, I can get uploaded per se. Then we'd do Citrus Cactus and the Chester Chomper. Now, right now we're gonna look at Dr. Chester and we're gonna move on to Berry Shooter. So, Dr. Chester. Dr. Chester is a scientist class, and a simple, I guess maybe free 2-word summary is similar to a chemist, as they both share a limited amount of range and kind of like that close quarters feel. However, there's some key differences. Chemist has 4 shots from what I last recall and has a radius, like he fires in a radius. Now Dr. Chester kind of does the opposite. You sacrifice the radius for more shots. However, also I do believe the Chemist does 40 damage and Dr. Chester does 30 damage, so Chemist does a bit more. Dr. Chester is actually a really good scientist. Debatably the best, it really depends. Yeah, that's really his attributes. Second part is how you play him. Now, I know I haven't done a video on the Chemist, but if I do, hopefully I remember to compare him to this guy, because Chemist and Dr. Chester's play really the same. Like, you're gonna see them always at close range, always trying to get as much hits as possible. And yeah, like the way you play, you gotta get close, you gotta use your sticky bombs to like maybe do some damage, like if you're trying to capture a garden. And of course, just like Chemist, you're probably gonna be going offensively, so you're gonna wanna use abilities, the Cheetah Fuel Station. Now, before we go into part 3, I want to talk about the free abilities you get, as you do get new abilities. These free abilities are the Sticky Explodey Ball. No, I'm sorry, the Cheesy Explodey Balls, the Cheesy Warp, and the Cheetah Fuel Station. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know the difference between normal sticky bombs and the cheesy sticky bombs. If you do know, type it in the comments. Be free to. If I can fact check it, then I will pin it. Now, Cheesy Warp, you might say, oh, it's just a worse warp because you only have one. The special thing is, right after you use it, there's a little explosion that comes out. And it does 30 damage from what I've seen. And it's not really that useful. I mean, I can see it kind of working to your favor in a Gardens and Graveyards match where a bunch of plants are in the garden and you just warp in there. That's an automatic 30 damage to anyone in the blast radius. Blast radius isn't really that big, but it's certainly not nothing. And then the heal station, or the Cheetah Fuel Station. Now this is also debatably one of the best heal stations in Garden Warfare 1, as even though it stays for a less amount of time, you get healed a lot faster, and that means everything, considering usually in Garden Warfare 1, zombies are on the offensive. So it's pretty good. So finally, let's get to the third part. Who would you see using them? Now, Dr. Chester, I guess there's kind of free-ish groups. There's the complete noob, who I'd say is rare, because you don't really know. Sorry for repeating myself. But anyways, they don't really know that they have a limited range. But of course, these are really rare because by the time, if you start a game with someone who has no clue how they're playing it, by the end of the game, they're gonna know how to play it, because it's really not simple. It's pretty easy to notice, hey, look, he has a limited range. I should get closer. second player are kind of like the noobs after. Like, they understand how it works. You're just not the best at it. I'd say I'm kind of like in between this and the third group. I'm no pro. I can easily lose to like almost any plant. I believe there was a clip of me attacking an ice pea earlier in the video. That's just proof that I'm not the best at it. Now, the third group. These are the people who know, who are just really good at it. It doesn't take that much skill to become this third group, but you know, I'm still bad. So yeah, that's Dr. Chester. Now moving on to Plasma P. Alright, now, before we move on, I had to say something. I apologize for accidentally saying Plasma P. I mean Berry Shooter. I'll put this in the description, but I mean the Berry Shooter. I didn't realize I was saying Plasma P until after I was done recording it. So, yeah, if you made it this far, I'm talking about the Berry Shooter, okay? So, Berry Shooter, attributes, not much. But, you know, but the main thing is that it shoots a bit slower, but it has a significantly higher splash damage. Or, not higher, but greater radius, per se. So, yeah. It's not much. There's no new abilities, which is a shame, but I guess it's understandable. So this is probably gonna be a bit shorter than the other one with Dr. Chester. Alright, so part 2. How you wanna play this character. Now, you either like this character or you hate it. There's better games. Not better games. There's better P shooters to play. That's a fact. Toxic P's OP in this game. But you either like the splash damage, and that means you love the P shooter, or if you find that the slow firing speed and not really high damage output annoys you, then you're gonna hate this character. In my opinion, I don't really like it, but I'll still play it. Like, it's just kind of fun to play once in a while. But I wouldn't play this game. I do know a friend who does like it a lot, which I can understand. It's kind of fun. I won't lie. But, you know, it's not that interesting. So, how you gonna play it? Just kind of want to get close. You want to make sure you're at least doing the splash damage. I just suggest trying to go for direct hits. And maybe before you enter fights, if there's like more than one zombie, you're gonna want to use your chili bean bomb. It'll distract them, and you need that time to do as much damage as you can. Now, part 3, the people who play them. Now there's not a lot of people who play them. I don't see this being played very often, but like always, there's around 2 groups. First group, obviously, kind of like the noob or newish player. I'm gonna combine them into one because, you know, why not? I mean, I would still consider myself just a noob, not a new player, because I've had this game for a while. I've played this guy. I'm just not that good with him. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the best. So yeah. The way you're gonna see people playing, noobs or new players like me, not really noobs per se, but just kind of people who don't play them that much. Maybe kind of like the gameplay that you see me doing, but a bit worse. Like they might be hitting a bit more splash damage than what I'm doing. My splash damage, yeah, I get a lot of splash damage, so it's not really much critical. And the second group are the people who they can just hit their shots all day long. Probably like they'll distract you with like a P-Gatling or going in the hyper. They're in hyper, they're most likely can hit you even if they're jumping, which is something I can hit splash damage, but rarely critical hits. So yeah, these guys pretty scary, so you know, look out for them. And yeah, that's really it. So yeah, if you enjoyed, that's cool. So yeah, I guess subscribe. I don't really care about the notification button. Hit it if you want. Like button, I mean, why not? I mean, I guess. I'm not gonna like threaten your life over it. I mean, it's just a YouTube video. But anyways, see you later, alligators.